What's happening, everyone? My name's Anthony Santana. Welcome back to Max's Big Buzz, a Captain Nekorai tale. Now, I've already accidentally overwritten my previous save file, which is just like 2 lines of dialogue back. But yeah, that's my own fault. Anyways, I'm just gonna go on ahead and start with this episode. The only dialogue I accidentally skipped was just Max complaining about sleeping with long hair, and that there's hair all over the place. I'll just add my bed sheets to the laundry pile, I guess. Now, where did I put those bloody scissors? Just gotta cut off this back a bit. Ow, that was my ear. Nice. I also said it in his female voice. Let's try that again. Almost there. Done. I did a pretty good job again today. If my career as a police officer doesn't pan out, I should consider becoming a hairdresser. Got a real knack for this. Well, nothing like practicing on yourself. But then I'd have to cut other people's hair, and a lot of them wouldn't be clean. Yeah, no. That would be super gross. I'm sticking to police work. I thought I'd already filled up the garbage bin the other day with hair, but somehow there was still plenty of room left and I managed to jam all my clippings in there. I'd probably have 5 to 6 bin bags full of hair by the time garbage day rolled around. But I'd worry about that later. Who knows, maybe I would find a way to change back to normal today. The sooner I can put these days of wearing a skirt behind me, the better. Morning, Brad. Hey, buddy. Victoria told me to send you downstairs when you came in. Apparently she's made a bit of progress on her investigation. Okay. Ooh, I wonder what that's about. I doubted Victoria had figured out a way to change me back this quickly, but for all I knew, she might have made a major breakthrough last night. Any progress on this case was better than nothing, so I went downstairs right away. You wanted to see me, Victoria? Hey, girl Max, come look at this. What is it? I finally found something related to the weird script on the underside of the gem that transformed you. You mean it's not gibberish? I got this book from the library and it deals with ancient language. Yeah, I was there with you at the library. Of dead civilizations. This one in particular doesn't have much information on it, only a few pages at the back here. A few ancient artifacts were found at a dig site on the Pacific Islands, one of which was a carving of a giant phoenix-like bird, except instead of fire it was bathed in lightning. Oh, so there's more. They had electricity in ancient times? It was probably enchanted with electricity. There were thunderstorms, Max. Yeah. Oh, duh. The first half of the symbols in the carvings are exactly the same as the ones on the gem we found. Assuming the last set of symbols mean bird, then it's pretty safe to assume that the word lightning is engraved on that gem in ancient language. Or something to that effect. I'm pretty much guessing here. There's not a whole lot to go off. Actually, that's pretty interesting. There were swirling bolts of electricity in the gemstone when I first touched it, but they're completely gone now. The script being related to electricity would make sense, especially considering all those scorch marks around my transformation site. Yep. So what, you think the gem I found is actually a magic lightning-themed artifact from an ancient long-dead civilization? No, not at all. What I think is happening is some person somewhere created this gem based off similar information to what I have now. I don't know why they're doing such a thing, but I think I can use this knowledge to gain some insight into their actions. So we're dealing with a history nut, huh? Yeah, I think so. Going to use this textbook as a starting point and see if I can find any more information relating back to this strange language. I've still got barely any information to go off right now, but it's a start. I'm honestly surprised the text isn't just gibberish. Someone's put a lot of time into making this thing. It's clear they've gone to a lot of effort, but why? And why were they smuggling it through the city with shipment of minks? All available officers, come to my office right— oh, that's Nekorai. All available officers, come to my office right now. It's urgent. Kinda forgot the voice I gave him. Ooh, I like the sound of that. Bring on the action. I'll catch you later, Victoria. Let me know if you make it any more progress. Roger that, Girl Max. I raced down the hall to Captain Nekorai's office. It was rare for him to call us up like this, so something big must have happened overnight. After all, that stupid faffing about yesterday, I was looking forward to getting back in the field. Okay everyone, listen up. There's been a series of break-ins at the mall last night. Everything from jewelry stores to legal offices were targeted, and petty cash and small valuables were stolen. Additionally, one of the criminals who we arrested 2 days ago paid bail, but hasn't shown up for their court date. Considering the timing, it's likely that these cases are related. So why are they calling us? Aren't break-ins a job for the regular police department, not the Special Investigations Unit? We obtained footage from a nearby petrol station showing a brown sedan speeding away from the mall late last night, and it's the same car that fled the police a week ago during a routine traffic stop. The driver is hiding something, and we highly suspect it may be Meeks related. If we can catch this person, then we'll be one step closer to stopping the flow of illicit drugs into the city. And I'll be one step closer to getting my old body back. Wait, don't malls have security cameras? Can't we just review the footage from last night to figure out the identity of the drug dealer? Sadly, we're out of luck there. Someone cut the power to the mall last night, so no security footage was recorded. We were lucky that petrol station was able to record the suspect's car leaving the scene, but that's the only thing we have to go off. I take it the driver was using fake license plates so we can't track their address? Yep, the license plates they're using bring up a red station wagon in our database, but the police vehicle in the crime was clearly a brown sedan. Shutting down the power to the mall isn't exactly straightforward. The fuse box is located in an off-limits area of the mall that only staff have access to, and its location isn't exactly common knowledge. Alright, so one of the staff workers did it. Because of that, we're pretty sure that this was an inside job. I want you to head to the mall, interview all the employees, figure out which one was the culprit, and then bring them in. Nice and simple. Then we can interrogate them and force them to reveal why I was turned into a girl. I'll have the disco ball ready. Yeah, get that ready. Criminals sure do love that. Holly and Amber, I need the two of you to track down Jay Waldorf. He's a low-level drug dealer who didn't show up to his court hearing today, and we've got a feeling he might be meeting up with his old associates. I know Jay. We'll track him down. Don't let him run away. I don't want a repeat of what happened last time. This time I've got a taser. He won't get far. Alright everyone, you've got your assignments. Now move out. Got it! I had no intention of staying as a girl any longer, so I was happy to take any lead I could get. I'd catch this drug dealer, force them to tell me what they knew, and then change myself back to normal. Or so you think. There was no way in hell I was going to spend another day on the job running around in a sports bra. I hated how I felt all girly around everyone. And why am I saying this in his girl voice when I usually do his inside thoughts as a male voice? And the sooner I got back to normal, the better. I guess it doesn't really matter. Oh wow, someone really did a number on this place. Watch where you step, there's still broken glass everywhere. I wish I wasn't wearing platform shoes right now. Why are you wearing platform shoes anyway? You do know they're not part of the women's uniform code, right? Nice. Let me guess, Holly made you try them. What? That's not what Holly said. I thought so. She said every female officer on the field had to wear heels. No. No, Max. No. And you believed her? Maybe. You can be really naive sometimes, buddy. The mall was an absolute mess, and it immediately made me suspicious. Robbing a store was one thing, and it looked like a few things may have been stolen, but this wasn't just a simple theft. Windows had been smashed, and stock had been thrown all over the place. Whoever had done all of this wasn't trying to pocket some cash. They were doing this for a reason. Yeah, this was definitely an inside job. Something about this just doesn't feel right to me. You got that right. So who are our suspects? The previous officers narrowed it down to 4 employees who were working here last night. Oh, do I play detective? They obtained their name and occupation, but as soon as the minx link was discovered, they called us in. Reckon someone is dealing minks at the mall and they're trying to cover their tracks with this stunt? Wouldn't surprise me at all. This minx dealer might be the same jerk who put that booby trap gem into the shipment we seized at the bus depot. If it was them, they are truly going to regret the day they messed with me. I'm taking point on this one, Brad. It's personal. You sure? It's been a while since you've done one of these on your own, and it has been a bit of a tough week for you. Like I said, this is personal. I've got this. Just make sure you remember the basics. We'll need to interview every person here to find out where they were during the time of the break-in, and look for any holes in their story. Okay, so this does turn to detective work. In order to convict our suspect drug dealer, we'll need to have evidence that proves that they were at the scene of the crime, and to do that we'll have to steal... Wait, what? Did I miss something? Hold on. Can I scroll back? Yeah. Huh. Yeah, okay, so I am missing something. That's weird. I guess we'll have to interrogate them? I guess that's the line, the missing words? Stealing things is one thing, but people don't go vandalizing storefronts unless they've got an agenda of some sort. Someone here is hiding something. I'll find out what it is. There'll be no more heels for me after today, that's for sure. Just make sure you're thorough. Question every person about everything, and leave no stone unturned. Stop worrying so much, Brad. I know what I'm doing. I'm always here to help you if you need me. Let's start with this lingerie store up here. Shouldn't be too embarrassing to walk in now that you're a girl. It was time for me to get to the bottom of all this. It sure is pink in here. Those are some of the frilliest bras I've ever seen. And I thought my sports bra was bad. Bloody hell. You'd never catch me wearing anything like the stuff sold here, that's for sure. Yeah, Holly will probably say otherwise. I shouldn't have said that. I've jinxed myself. Yep. Bloody hell, I'll be wearing revealing lingerie by the end of the week now. Oh, hey. Oh, hey there. My name is Officer Max Newling, and I'm with the police. Are you an employee here? I said, are you working here? Are you an employee of the store? Yes. Alright. And what would your name be? My voice is clearly not matching Max's facial expression. Okay, she's being too secretive, I guess. Having trouble remembering your name? Sorry, I'm just a little nervous, that's all. Oh, why is that? There's nothing to be nervous of. I'm just going to ask you a few questions about what happened last night, that's all. You're not in any trouble. Oh, good. So what is your name? Sko? Did she just mess up her name? Sarah Weingartner. Got any identification on you, Sarah? Not yet. Oh, that's fishy. What do you mean, not yet? I don't think... Is there a reason why you might want to hide your identity from the police? We will find out sooner or later, and it's much easier for you to be honest. No, it's not that. The other day my roommate pranked me with a transformation gas. And turned me into a girl. And I don't have enough money to buy a reversal serum. Okay, I'm starting to see now. If she was a guy, who knows, maybe she changed her name just to hide her identity. But maybe her former name as a guy was Scott or something along those lines. Of course, if she started with mispronouncing, I don't know, with getting her name wrong and starting with Sko. Oh, so you had your gender flipped against your will? Yeah. I had the same thing happen to me the other day. Really? It was a bit of a different scenario to yours, but I can understand why you feel flustered right now. I'll take that into consideration. Okay. Thanks. Of course, if it turns out you're lying to me, I'm going to be very angry. You wouldn't lie to me, would you? No, of course not. Good. For a guy who's been recently transformed into a girl, you've got really specific fashion choice. Where did you get clothes like that? The girl at the clothing store picked them out for me. She was really nice. And why did you get a job here of all places? Oh, of course, controller. Does it matter? No, it doesn't. Okay. My sister knows the manager. She said I could work here for a few days until I could save up enough money to turn back to normal. You don't mind if I ask you a few more questions, do you, Sarah? No, that's fine. Perfect. Okay, alright, so taking review notes already. Let's review my evidence. Got a second, Max? Yeah, what's up? Before you look at your evidence, I just wanted to let you know that I've done some research of my own and uncovered some important information. Okay. Oh? Had a look at the security footage last night, and even though the power to the cameras was shut off, some of the security systems were still up and running. Most notably, the store motion sensors were active. That's good to know. It's not super helpful without video footage, but we do know the order the thief visited each of the stores. They robbed Fruit Fair first, then Zara's Games, then the lingerie store, and finally Le Boutique, before they made their escape. Okay. Should I write this down? I should write this down. One second, let me get a pen and paper. Alright, got my notes written down, and just now learned I should not minimize the game, otherwise it'll be brought back up in a slightly different resolution than I would like. It would have black bars on both sides, both left and right side of the screen. So I had to exit and reopen the game, but good to know for next time, do not minimize. Okay. Alright, so that's quite a path they made. So they broke into the food court first, and the clothing store last? Correct. Not sure how useful that information is, but it might be worth knowing. Food court first, clothing store last. Got it. Alright, let's have a look at my notes. Okay, so I could already accuse suspect, I could review alibis. Alibi, in what order did people leave the mall? Question all the staff before determining the order in which they claim to have left. Okay, so go back. I need to use a mouse for this. I should probably stick with using it. Only reason I don't use a mouse is because I have wireless mouse. I'm sitting far away from the laptop, and every time I click, you guys will see rippling effects. Which I guess doesn't really matter. Okay, review evidence. None. Review motivations. Short on cash, acting strangely. Okay, so we've got 3 other people we can interrogate. Consult Brad. Not gonna do that right now. Let's return to the investigation. Let's question her some more. Mind if I ask you a few questions? That's no problem. Okay, so we need an alibi. We need this morning. And I guess that's questioning her about other staff members. Did you notice anything strange when you left work last night? I don't think so. And at what time did you leave? I don't remember what time it was. That's super useful. Alright, Sarah. Let me write that down. Sarah from lingerie. Doesn't remember what time she left. Okay. I mean, I probably wouldn't either. You don't know what the precise time was? No. It was really dark though, and it freaked me out a little. The game store lights weren't even on. Okay, so game store lights were no longer on. Game store lights off. And dark outside. Or just dark in general? Did you see anyone other than, did you see any, wait. Okay, that's a typo. Did you see any other mall employees when you left? Actually, I did see Natara. She was just ahead of me, but I didn't catch up with her before the exit door closed. Okay, so saw Natara. He was really annoying too, because I couldn't remember the security code I needed to enter to open the door. Okay, so pretty much she's eliminated. She's obviously not the culprit. If she doesn't remember the security code. So, couldn't remember security code. I was stuck there for 15 minutes. I had to call my manager and everything, but she was really hard to reach. It was so embarrassing. It was my first day closing up by myself and I messed up. Mind if I have a look at your phone? Sure. I'll get Brad to look this over for me. Okay, so we're getting somewhere. Alright, so this morning. Can you walk me through what happened when you came into work this morning? Well, I walked into the store and, there was broken glass and stuff was knocked over. So, I called my manager and she said to call the police. Okay, so she was the first to arrive then. I take it you were the one who called us to the scene this morning. Okay, so I'm gonna put that. First to arrive in the morning. No, I was going to, but Natara came around. She works at the mall as well. Okay, so Natara called the police. Okay. She looked around a bit and she told me she already called the police. Wait, so Natara was there before Sarah? Did anyone else come to your store before police arrived? No. Thanks for the info. Okay, I guess that technically already covers other staff, but let's just do it anyway. Oh. Wait. Oh, it wants me to pick another staff. Is that it? Does it? I don't have... Oh, okay, I think I understand. That's questioning her about other staff members who I have not talked to yet, so let's go talk to the rest. Let's see, examine the area. Let's just do that. Hold up. What's this? Is this a piece of yellow fabric? Ooh, yellow fabric. Yellow fabric found. It looks like it's from a shirt. Or maybe someone's pants? Interesting. It's hardly the sort of thing you'd find as part of a swimsuit or lingerie set. Got a feeling the shoplifter might have been wearing this when they robbed the place. And they made a mistake. They sure did. Judging by their attempts at getting into the register, they were clearly a rookie at breaking and entering. I'll make a note of this. Okay. Can I question her about that fabric? I cannot. Okay, so let's move location. There's way too much frilly stuff in this place for me. I'm getting out of here. Okay, alright, so that is the food court. That's Zara's Games, and that looks like it's Le Boutique. Let's see. Let's go to Fruit Fair. That's where they came in from. Why is that guy in a night costume? Must be some sort of gimmick to try and compete with Coffee Shrine. It's not a bad idea, but Fox girls are better. Excuse me, do you work here? Hello there, fine maiden. Welcome to Fruit Fair, home of the finest fruit smoothies this side of the western coast. Okay. Perchance, could I interest you in our deluxe mango smoothie, made with freshest ingredients, fresh from the orchard? I'm with the police, and I need to ask you a few questions about what happened last night. Alas, fair madame. I've already spoken to some officers of the law earlier this fine morning. There isn't anything new I can share with you, madame. Oh, is that so? Let me just write that down. Night at the fruit fair. Okay. Doesn't want to share info. I'm not writing that yet. Even so, there's a few more things I'd like to ask you about. Also, you can drop the medieval accent. I'm not here to buy a smoothie. I just want to ask you a few questions. I'm sorry, my dear, but this is how I always talk. I become so accustomed to this tongue that I simply can't switch off. But if that is the curse I must bear, then so be it. Ah, I see. Fantastic. So, milady, how may I be of assistance to you on this fair morning? According to this report, your name is Jude Winterson. Let's write that down. Jude Winterson. Correct? And you're 29 years old? That would be correct. And you own this fruit stand here? Fruit fair is more than just a fruit stand. It's a gourmet sensation that feeds your soul with... Okay, I got it. You were working here last night prior to the break-ins, correct? You are correct. Once more, my dear. I'm seriously gonna punch this guy in the face in a minute. Okay, let's examine the area first. Yeah, let's do that. Looks like a few tables and chairs have been knocked over, and the register has been clearly smashed. Looks like a typical burglary to me. Okay, so nothing really worthwhile to write down from there. Jude, what exactly was taken from your store? Have you taken inventory yet? Indeed I have, madame. Hundreds of dollars were taken from my fine establishment, and they pilfered my top-of-the-line coffee machine. Okay, so let me just put hundreds stolen with expensive coffee machine. Okay. Thankfully I have a spare, but it still costs quite a bit of coin. My parents won't be overjoyed to hear about this, that's for sure. There's some broken glass on the ground here, but as far as I can tell, there aren't any glass objects around here. There isn't even a display case. Where did it come from? Okay, so broken glass found. Broken glass found. No glass objects nearby. The rogue that robbed this place must have broken some glasses while he looted my store. Don't you serve smoothies in paper cups, though? There's a lot of broken glass around here. I must have got some stuck on my shoes when I walked in this morning. Huh. Okay. So, let's see. Claims from shoes. This glass is a light green color. Interesting. Okay, so what stores have a green color? Let me write that down. Glass broken. Let's see. Broken green glass found. There we go. Something tells me that might be important. Alright, let's question him now. About his alibi. Run me through what happened last night. Why, I baked myself the most divine smoked salmon. I meant when you left work. Oh. Like any knight who takes his duty seriously, I promptly left my workstation at 10 p.m. on the dot, just like I always do. Okay, left at 10 p.m. Did you see anyone else around when you left? No, I was the last one to leave. The other vendors here are a bit lazier than they should be. And they often leave early. It's shameful, honestly. Okay, so last one out. Last one to leave. Did you lock the door when you left? The door locks automatically when it closes, so yes. Okay, door lock automatic. And you didn't see anything suspicious when you left? not at all. If I had observed anything out of the ordinary, I would have informed the officers who came earlier of my sightings. Got it. Okay, so he gives a bit to go by, not too much. So when you came into work this morning, what was the first thing you did? Why, I assessed the damage to my place of work, of course. I had to find out what those vagabonds pilfered. Did you call the police? No, the coppers showed up a few minutes after I arrived at work. One of the other vendors must have summoned them to the scene. So you didn't speak to anyone else? You were at your stall the whole time? You are correct, my dear. Thanks for the information. Okay, so that didn't really help at all. We could ask about other staff, but let's talk to the other staff first. Let's move locations. I can't be near this guy any longer. It's time to move. Okay, next they went into Sarah's games. I don't remember the mall having a specialty video game store. Haven't seen a place like this in years. I thought the digital age ran all of these stores out of business, but I guess someone new is throwing their hat into the ring. Good luck to them. I wonder if they've come up with some sort of marketing scheme to try and stay afloat in today's market. Oh, okay, what kind of voice do I give her? Busty, blonde, apparently likes to cosplay. Hey there! Welcome to Zara's Games! Oh, this is gonna kill my throat. Let me take a drink. Okay. So she's Zara. I didn't quite look at the name. Let me see. I cannot go back. Oh well. Ah, looks like this place is going the sex appeal route. It sure is. You can't deny it works though, just like a coffee shrine. True. Can I help you? I've already messed up the voice. Can I help you? I'm Officer Max Newling, and I'm investigating the break-ins that occurred here last night. I need to ask you a few questions. Oh, good. The police who came in this morning were kind of hopeless. I think they were more focused on oogling my boobs than recovering my stolen stock. Okay, her name is Zara. Let's get that written down. Of course, she runs Zara's store, so I don't have to write Zara's Games. Got a report here that says your name is Zara Farrelly. Age 33. 33? Jesus! She doesn't even look that old. Of course, they're not going to. Is that correct? Yep, that's me. And you own this electronics store? Yep, that's why I got my name on the sign. I'm a co-owner with my fiance. Is that important to write down? I don't think so. And how much do GameCore portables cost at this store of yours? They're $400, and they also come with 2 free games. Ooh, it's kind of pricey. Do you offer any sort of discounts? No, we don't do discounts. Damn it, that's just out of my price range. Are you sure you don't give discounts? No discounts. Oh. Okay, let's examine the area. How much stock was stolen from your store, Zara? A couple of consoles are missing, but the thieves weren't able to get into the cabinet where I keep all of my game discs. I probably lost a few $1,000s in stock. Wow, yeah, from consoles alone? Yeah, I could believe that. Gotta open up my blind. It's gotten pretty dark in here. Okay, so, let's see. Consoles stolen. About a few $1,000s in stock. Okay. Should I put the cabinet? Nah. Do you have insurance? Yeah, but it's going to be a nightmare to go through all of that paperwork. All of my displays have been kicked or crushed. Figurines have been snapped in half. Cases have been slashed. It's going to take ages to replace everything. Okay, so lots of damage. Lots of damage. That's all I'm gonna put. I knew that there was more crime in the city, but I wasn't expecting things to be this bad. This doesn't happen often, and we're going to find out who is responsible for this. I know this is traumatic, but try to keep together. Yeah, I know. Stupid jerks, I'm just trying to sell video games. Don't worry, we'll get this sorted. Okay, so that's that. Let's question her. About her alibi. What time did you close up shop last night? Normally I've been staying back late. I often get big displays sent to me by video game companies, and they take way too long to set up. To do them during work hours. I'm often the last— oh, a contradiction! Often the last one to leave. But what about last night? However, my partner Lexi and I had an appointment we had to go to, so I closed up shop early. I even set a reminder on my phone so I wouldn't forget. Okay. So, let's see. Often last one to leave. Closed early that night. Alright, so we've got it's not a contradiction anymore to the knight's testimony. So what time did you leave? Let me just check my phone. Here we go. I set the alarm for 9:50 p.m. That's pretty early for me considering I normally leave at 11 or so. Ah, there's a contradiction. Okay. So she's often last to leave at 11. But she closed early at 9:50. Okay, the contradiction there is the knight says he's always the last to leave, but Zara's saying she normally leaves at 11. Can I see your phone for a second? Sure. Yep, there's an alarm set. When you left, was there anyone else working in the mall? I didn't really look around too much, but I did see Natara in the car park. I was there first, so she must have left just after me. Okay, saw Natara at car park. So far, 2 people have put, not blame, but have mentioned Natara. Okay, so I don't know if the game's hinting that it's her, but we'll see. Got it. Okay, so let's ask about this morning. When you arrived at the mall today, what was the first thing you did? I freaked out and cried a lot. I put my life into this store, and to see it like this was just heartbreaking. Hours of work absolutely wasted. I'm sorry you had to go through this. It's not fair to anyone. Natara came over and calmed me down a bit later, and the police arrived a few minutes after that. I felt better once I'd spoken to someone, but I'm still pretty upset about the whole thing. Some of this stuff isn't even replaceable. It just won't be the same. We'll catch whoever was responsible, don't worry. Okay, and we won't ask her about other staff just yet. Let's move locations. That GameCore portable is calling to me, and there's so much cool stuff in here. I should probably leave before I impulse buy a bunch of stuff. My credit card is unhappy enough as it is. Yeah, you still got that tab at the Fox Shrine. Unless someone gave me a discount. No. Oh. Okay, so last, is it last? We've already been to the lingerie. Yeah, so Le Boutique. This place. Huh? The other stores have clear signs of damage done to them, but this place looks pretty much untouched. A few mannequins have been knocked over, but there's no broken windows right off the bat. Let's write that down. Let's see. Not much damage. No broken windows. Or no broken glass. Okay, that should be good enough. How interesting. Excuse me, are you working here? Okay. Right off the bat, she's wearing a yellowish dress shirt and yellow thigh highs. Has a yellow and black striped glove. She's wearing quite a bunch of yellow. Oh. Oh, is that shirt part of the design? Is that a tongue sticking out below her right breast? I'm gonna stick with that. That has to be a tongue. Okay. So what voice? She's obviously Natara. Oh, the police are back? Indeed we are. My name is Officer Max Newling, and I'm with the Special Investigations Department. I need to ask you a few questions. The Special Investigations Department? I already spoke to an officer this morning, so I don't think there's anything new I can tell you about the break-ins. Sorry. Even so, I'd like to speak with you for a moment. That's not a problem, is it? No, not at all. Take as long as you'd like. Excellent. I've just got to say that you look absolutely amazing in that cute little skirt of yours. I didn't realize the police officers in this city were so up to date with fashion. Trust me, I'm not wearing it by choice. The women's fashion isn't one of my strong suits. Well, you could have fooled me. You look absolutely gorgeous. Green is definitely your color, Max. If you're looking for something to complement your wardrobe, I've got a magnificent blouse and skirt combo in stock that you'd look absolutely amazing in. Is she trying to get Max's mind off the break-in? Trust me on this one, you'll absolutely love it. I'm here on an official police investigation. I'm not here to listen to fashion advice. I'm definitely not here to shop. Well, that's a shame. Let's get back on track here. I take it you're Natara Couturier, and you're the owner of Le Boutique? Let me just write that down. I didn't write it down. So, Natara from Le Boutique. I'm pretty sure the game is automatically writing this stuff down, but just in case I have different notes. I lease the franchise, but I'm in charge of the day-to-day store operations. I'm essentially the store manager. If I own this place, the first thing I do is change the name to something that actually makes sense in French. These corporate types really need to learn their pronouns. Let's see. I do not know French. I don't know if my brother still remembers it. Can't ask him if that's correct or not, or how that's worded correctly. Were you working here yesterday afternoon? Correct. I opened the store at 8 in the morning and closed up at 7 at night, so I was here all day. Okay, let me write that now. Opened at what time? 8 in the morning. 8 a.m. and closed at 7 p.m. Wait. No. That is wrong. We have... Well, Sarah says... Wait. Yeah, Sarah says when she left she saw a Natara. But Sarah's also saying she doesn't remember what time she left. Let's see. Jude said he was the last to leave, so he's correct on that. Zara saw Natara at the car park, and she left at 9:50. That's almost 3 hours after Natara says she left. That's an awful long workday for a store clerk. I don't mind. This is pretty much my dream job after all. Time flies by when your daily duties consist of taking lost and confused girls and creating a brand new ensemble for them. It really feels like you're making a difference to their lives. Yeah, I'm starting to doubt her. Are you sure you don't want me to show you that blouse? Yeah, she's definitely trying to change the subject. I'm sure. So what do you need from me exactly? Don't worry, I won't take up much of your time. Okay, let's examine the area. Was anything stolen from your store during the break-ins? Not really that much, actually. They didn't touch the float in the register, and no clothing was taken. A glass display case in the back of the store was smashed, and some accessories were taken, but that was it. So minimum damage, I'm gonna put that. Oh wait, I already have not much damage. That'll be good enough. Would that be a green case? Would that be that green case against the far wall? Oh, okay, that's important. That's important. Okay, so, whoops, gotta click my pen. So, oh come on, don't tell me it's out of ink. Green glass case. That's the one. Some watches and jewelry were taken from it. Yep. Okay, so green glass case broken. Should I put some jewelry was taken? I'll just put some items taken. Some items taken. Okay. And the only one who has glass anywhere else in the store is the knight at Fruit Fair, and he said it must have come from his shoes. Okay, we're getting somewhere. So either Natara is the liar, or the knight is the liar. Looks like someone kicked it to break the glass. Yep. They were clearly in a hurry. This is pretty sloppy. How very interesting. Yes, very interesting. Let's question her alibi. Did you notice anything strange when you left work last night? Not that I can remember. What time did you leave? I wouldn't be able to give you the exact time, but it was before 10. You said... Okay, no, you said you closed at 7. You didn't say you left. Okay, so let's see. Closed at 7. Left before 10. Let's see, does that contradict Sarah? Well, Sarah says she doesn't know what time she left, but she did say it was dark. 7 p.m. is still pretty bright out, depending on the area. So she's not contradicting with Sarah now. Okay, now with the knight left at 10, says he was the last to leave. Okay, so far I'm pointing my fingers at the knight. And did you see any other mall employees when you left? Was anyone still working? Jude oh god, I'm not gonna say that. Was still polishing glasses or something at his little fruit stand when I left. I avoided making eye contact. Yeah, so, okay. Jude McDouchebaggerson, I just finally decided to pronounce that. Okay, it didn't click the first time I saw it and I skipped it. Okay, so... we've got another contradiction. She's saying Jude was polishing glass. Jude said there was no glass nearby because they serve in paper cups. Okay, but she avoided making eye contact with him, so he probably didn't notice her leave. No one likes that guy, do they? Nope. Did you see anyone else working, or just Jude? I didn't really look around, so there could have been more staff members around, but Jude was the only person I saw. Thanks for the information, Natara. Okay, let's ask about this morning. So, what did you do after you discovered the crime scene this morning? Do I really have to go through all of this again? Surely the other officers wrote a report on this. I'd really like to hear it for myself. Let's go through all of this again then. When I came into work this morning, the first thing I noticed was all the broken glass at the back of the store. I immediately called 000, it must be the police code, or police phone number, after I realized I'd been robbed. Okay, so did she say she was the first in? Well, either way, she said when she arrived, so she did call the cops. So let me just write that. If my pen will write. Called police. I asked to speak to the police and the 00 operator asked me a series of questions. Eventually she asked me to check the other stores in the mall to see if anyone else had been robbed. And after that, the police arrived and interviewed everyone for like an hour. So you were the one who called the police. Correct. Thanks for the information. Alright, and now we've talked to all the other staff, so let's start seeing who she has a grudge on. Okay, first the knight, since that's everybody's favorite. Are you friends with Jude from Fruit Fair? No way, that dude is complete dick. Okay. Sorry for swearing. There's no need to apologize. I'm not fond of him either. Okay, let me just put that. Dislikes Jude. Okay. Have the two of you had any problems in the past? Every time I see him, he's got some new social issue he's ready to rant about. He's got problems with the way girls dress. Or he's got a morale problem with people getting animal ears. Or he's frustrated with the new mall administration. It's always something. Okay, Jude has a vendetta against everything. Dislikes everything. I'll just put that on for Jude. And I'll put Nataro's name next to that. Netara says Jude dislikes everything. I try to be friendly to him, but he keeps calling me milady or madame, and it drives me absolutely nuts. I honestly want to punch him. Who knows, maybe all the damage done to his stall during the break-in will convince him to pack up and leave the mall. It'd certainly make my life easier, that's for sure. Okay, useful information. Natara wants him out. Some people are just the worst. I can understand where you're coming from. Okay, so she wants him out. There we go. Wait. There, yeah. Let's ask about Sarah. What's your relationship with the girl who works at lingerie store? Oh, you mean Sarah. She was transformed into a girl recently. Okay, so I'm gonna put that as a check mark. I didn't write that down. Okay, but it's true anyways. And I helped her come up with a new wardrobe. I'm proud of what I came up with. She looks amazing. Do you know her outside of work? No, she's just a customer. First time I spoke to her was 3 days ago, and I only ever see her in passing. She's absolutely rocking that beret. It is a cool hat. You should let me pick out a new look for you too, Max. I know what I'm doing. Just look at Sarah. Nope, not happening. Yeah, Holly's enough of that. Okay. Do you ever spend time with Sarah? Do you ever spend time with Sarah, the owner of the game store? Yeah, we talk from time to time. We moved here from Siren's Point at about the same time, and we see each other pretty often. We're not super close or anything, but we get along really well. So you haven't had any incidents with her in the past? Well, we did have an argument a few weeks ago. Zara was wearing an outfit that was basically just a few scraps of fabric strung together with elastic, well, and I said it was utterly ridiculous, and I wear a lot of outrageous outfits. I've got a pretty high tolerance for this sort of thing. She kept going on about how her outfit was related to some zombie-themed video game or whatever, but I said that was a poor excuse, and she got pretty angry. Seriously, girl, show some class. You're a game store employee, not a stripper. To be fair, you are in a quite revealing outfit yourself. True. This is completely different. It's an intentional fashion statement. Are you sure? It looks like your outfit is ripped. It's a grunge look. It's really popular in Asia. You know, one thing I forgot to write down is that she's wearing yellow. Wearing yellow. There we go. And she has a green glass case in the back. Those are the most popular points so far. And she has a grudge against Jude. Uh-huh, sure it is. So, was this the only argument you've had with Zara recently? Or do you often fight? That's the only time we've had a disagreement. And things didn't get heated or anything. The two of us are fine. Especially now she's taking my fashion advice and wearing much better outfits. That magical girl getup is amazing. I had to place a ton of phone calls in order to get it imported for her. But it was definitely worth the effort. I love it. Okay, so she has a good relationship with Zara. You know, Max, you'd probably look great in a magical girl outfit too. No, now's not the time. No, I wouldn't. Let's change the subject. Alright, looks like that's it. Let's move back locations. Let's go back to the lingerie shop. I think it's time to investigate somewhere else. Where is it? There it is. I've still got a few more questions for you, Sarah. Okay. Alright, question staff. Mind if I ask you a few questions? That's no problem. Okay, other staff. Let's ask her about Jude. What can you tell me about the knight who works at the fruit stand? That guy is a creep. Okay, slightly dislikes Jude. I won't argue with that one. I bought a smoothie there once and he kept calling me milady. Well, that's part of his work. It was really annoying. Yeah, you're telling me. He's going to scare off all his customers if he keeps treating them like that. I don't know. That was a really good smoothie. I'll probably buy another one later, even if he is working there. Just buy a smoothie from another store. There's juice bars everywhere nowadays. It's not the same. Okay, so not much information on him. You said you knew Natara. She's really nice, but a bit eccentric. Eccentric? Could you elaborate on that for me? Well, she's kind of obsessed with fashion. This morning she came round to look at my store because she was curious about what had been stolen. And when she was looking at the front window, she got her shirt caught on some broken glass. Okay, so it wasn't part of her outfit. So that fabric must have come from her then, in the morning. Oh, did she now? Yeah. Except the thing is, she kept trying to pretend it didn't happen. She said her shirt had always looked like that, and that the ripped middle section was part of the design. I think she was way too embarrassed to admit she'd ruined her outfit. Wait, so that's why you can see her stomach? I knew that shirt looked strange. Let's see, wearing yellow, ripped at the lingerie store. Ripped at lingerie store. Okay. It's gonna be tough for me to read this now that the sun's gone. It's not like it matters. She still looks really cool. To think you'd hinder a police investigation for such a stupid reason. Yeah. Why do that, Natara? I wouldn't put it past her, though. Thanks for the information, Sarah. You're welcome. Okay, now Zara. Do you have a working relationship with Zara Forley? Who? The girl with blonde hair who works at the game store? You work at the game store? No, wrong blonde. No, not me. Zara. Her store is just opposite of yours. There's a big sign and everything. Okay, let's hear her reason for not knowing that was there. You could have missed her. She's wearing the world's most ridiculously elaborate harem-style getup today. Oh, Busty Bunny Girl. Ah, so she doesn't know her by name. Let's see, does Zara even mention her in what we've asked? No. Okay. Wait, does Sarah mention Zara? Not until now. That's the one. We haven't spoken that much. She seems like a really hard worker, though. She's always staying back late. Oh, is she now? What time does she leave? Zara left at 9:50 that night. Usually leaves at 11, was it? Yeah. Interesting. Okay, so Sarah just proved Zara does leave late. Occasionally, all the time except that one night. Was it? Yeah, that she closed early. Okay, so that's that proven. Looks like we can go back and question... Let's question Jude now. Okay. My gorgeous maiden has returned. How may I help you in your quest to find the villainous rogue who did such foul acts to this place of commerce? Talking to this guy is painful. Okay, alright, so we've already examined the area and already, yeah, we've already examined him. Let's question him. Already questioned his alibi in the morning. What about the other staff? What's his relationship to the others? Have you had any interactions with Nekorai Courtier? Oh yes, Miss Couturier. What a magnificent lady she is. I simply adore her. Some of the other operators here at the mall insist on showing off their skin, as if there's some cheap peep show trying to entice horny teenage boys into their store. It's disgusting. Thankfully, Miss Courtier has some class. You won't see her prancing about flaunting her body like a floozy, that's for sure. But she's wearing a short skirt and a revealing cat-themed shirt thing. Isn't she wearing one of her magnificent pink dresses like she usually does? Oh. She changed? I don't know what exactly it is she's wearing, but it's definitely not a pink dress. Huh. Okay, bit of a contradiction now. Is it though? Could she have gone into the store wearing the pink dress, changed into that outfit, and then got it torn? Have you even spoken to Sarah, the girl who works in the lingerie store? Alas, there are a multitude of gorgeous damsels in this fine establishment of commerce, and unfortunately the name you've mentioned doesn't sound at all familiar to me. I apologize. Is that so? Because she claims to have gone to your store several times. She may have shopped at your store at one point. I've got a photo here that might help you jog your memory. This girl truly is a marvel to behold. I'm sure I would remember seeing such a beauty. Huh. Could Sarah have gone there before turning into a girl then? Perhaps she purchased a smoothie from me one time in the past. It's hard to recall as my little stall gets so busy during the hours of trade. I apologize that I can't be of further help to you on this matter. Get a lot of customers, I understand. Let's move on. Huh. Interesting, though. Have you ever spoken to Zara, the blonde girl who works at the game store? Ah, her. He has a grudge. I take it you've had problems with Zara in the past? You could say that. Unlike most of the vendors in this place of commerce, we call the mall... Unlike most of the vendors in this place of commerce we call the mall, Zara insists on showing off those tracts of lands of hers for the whole world to see, all to bring in more customers to her store. She's even worse than that disgusting coffee store near the highway. This whole town is going downhill. So you don't like the way she dresses? I don't approve of her little outfits, no. Ever spoken to her about it? Please, you wouldn't find me associating myself with such riffraff. Never even spoken to a woman. Never spoken to the woman. I only know of her name because of the hideous sign above her place of establishment. Maybe you should focus on running your own store and let everyone else conduct business the way they want to. She doesn't impact on you or your business. The foolish decisions that wench makes impacts us all. It's disgusting. Think you need to worry about yourself more, mate. Okay, has a clear dislike for Zara. Let's move locations. We only got one more person to interrogate. Okay, got a few more things I'd like to go over with you, Zara. You don't mind, do you? Sure, that's no problem. Huh, doesn't look like any Game Corp portables sold while I was gone. Maybe you should lower the price on them a little. I've closed the store while I sweep up all the broken glass. No customers have come in since you left. But maybe you had a sale, you might have sold a couple anyway? Just saying. I'm not going through this again. Oh. Okay, let's question her about the other staff. Let's start with Natara. Have you ever spoken to Natara at Le Boutique while you've been working here? Yeah, all the time. Natara and I are good friends. Go on. Huh, let me confirm that. I can't see. Let's see, Natara... Actually, I don't have that written down. My partner used to attend cosplay events with her back in Siren's Point. Okay, that is true. They did come from... Wait. Natara said they weren't really close, though. But Natara's close with Zara's friend, then. Okay, so all three of them come from the same place. And the two of them still hang out pretty often. I actually get all of my promotional outfits from her store, including the one I'm wearing now. Huh. We get along pretty well, but Natara can be a bit nutty sometimes. Especially when it comes to fashion. How so? Take this morning for example. While I was cleaning up after the break-in this morning, she went over to speak to Sarah at the lingerie store, and on the way she caught her shirt on some broken glass. Rather than admit that she had accidentally ruined her outfit, she went around telling everyone it was an intentional fashion statement, and that it had always looked like that. It was ridiculous. I mean, come on. You can see all those loose threads around the edges. It's clearly ripped. Okay, so Natara is pretty much out. Natara and Sarah are out. They're clean. I can't deny it looks really cool now, but come on. She'd go that far, huh? Like I said, she's a little bit nutty sometimes. I don't let it bother me. Thanks for the info, Sarah. Okay, now Zara's opinion on Sarah. Ever spoken to a girl named Sarah? Oh, isn't she the new employee at the lingerie store? Wasn't she turned into a girl a few days ago? Alright, 3 times confirmed. Yeah, and she wasn't the only one experiencing a random gender swap. Being turned into a girl is startling at first, but you get used to it pretty quickly. It'll be a challenging couple of days for her though, that's for sure. Was Zara a girl before? I mean a guy before? To be saying that line? Or does she know somebody, a guy who's been turned into a girl? I can still remember the first time I tried putting on a bra. Okay. Was she a guy before? How did you find that the most difficult part? It's just a couple of hooks. Yeah, but it's so confusing. It's one of the reasons why I stopped bothering to wear one. Oh. If I'm being perfectly honest. Going a bit commando, are we? Thankfully, cosplay outfits offer plenty of support, so I'm covered in the jiggle department. Oh. Let's change the subject. Have you ever actually spoken to Sarah or shopped at her store? No, I only heard about her through Natara. And that's all I need to know. That is, yep, so these two are pretty much clean. Zara's on the clean side for the most part. Jude, on the other hand, everybody's got something against him. And him having green glass on his boot and the only green glass shattered being in Natara's shop, a little bit too fishy. I take it you've conversed with Jude, the knight who works at Fruit Fair. Conversed is one way of putting it. He's such a twat. He strikes me as the sort of person who would get on your nerves. All of that medieval talk is tiring. He's a chore to talk to. That doesn't even bother me. It's the constant harassment that's driving me nuts. Pretty much every second day he'll come up to me and harass me about my outfit choice and how I lack class or whatever. It doesn't matter what game I'm promoting or what I'm wearing. He always has some moral problem about it. I try to avoid him, but he just won't leave me alone. That dude needs to mind his own business. He's such a massive creep. Have you thought about filing a complaint with police? If enough people report him, I can step in and arrest him for harassment. Can't tell if, or not sure if you guys can tell, I'm already losing my voice from all this. I've been considering it. Give me a call once all of this is over. Arresting that guy would be a lot of fun. Actually, we might arrest him tonight. Well, it's nighttime while I'm recording. It's daytime during the game. I'd miss the smoothies though. They're really good. Alright, that's everybody. Let's review the notes. Let's have a look at my case. Okay, I'm gonna use the mouse for this just to make things easier on myself. I could accuse somebody, I could review alibis. Okay, in what order did people leave the mall? Okay, times like these I wish I had my lamp connected. Okay, so it's confirmed Natara left late. Jude says he left late. Sarah says she left about the same time as Natara, so those two left together. Let's see. Zara left early, or she closed early. She closed at 9:50. Natara left at 10. Let's see. So far it's Zara, Natara. That's the order. Zara, Natara, Jude. No. Zara? Where did... Dang it. I didn't put if Sarah saw Natara before she left or after. It had to have been before. Okay, so I'm gonna put Sarah... No. Jeez. Natara, Sarah, Zara, and Jude. So let's see. Where's Natara? Natara is there. She's also there, but that's not the order. Natara... Oh, is that not the order? Natara, Zara, Sarah, Jude. That seems to be the closest one, though. Natara, Jude. What time did he say he left? He left at 10. So about the same time as Natara. Sarah says she only saw Natara. Jude said he was the last one to leave. So I'm gonna have to go with this one. Although Sarah and Zara need to have been flipped. Unless... No, Sarah in the front doesn't work. Zara in the front. What time did she close? She closed at 9:50. Natara left before 10. Sarah left with her, or around the same time. Jude left at 10. So Jude is definitely the last to leave. Sarah said all the lights were off, so she must have left before Jude and after the other two girls. Zara saw Natara at the car park, so it had to have been Natara, Zara, Sarah. Yeah, so that lines up with this one. Yeah. I'm going with that. What? That's not right? Okay, go back to the notes. Left work before 10 p.m. Jude was still there. Jude left at 10 p.m. Zara left at 9:50 p.m. Saw Natara in the parking lot. Game store lights were off. Oh, that was it. Saw Natara ahead of her. Spent 15 minutes unlocking the door. Okay, that was the hint. Okay, so Natara, Zara, Sarah, Jude. That's the same thing though. No, Natara, Zara, Jude, Sarah. Natara, Zara. No, that doesn't line up with Natara, Jude. What time did Zara leave? Left work at 9:50. That doesn't line up. Zara definitely comes before Jude. But not by much. Why is it not this one? Okay, this one's out. This one's out. Okay, this one's not correct. Zara left before Jude. Zara left before Jude. Zara left before Jude. So these bottom ones are correct, or looking good. Zara left at 9:50. Natara left before 10. And Jude was still there. Could be Zara, Natara, Jude, and where does Sarah fit in? Zara, Natara, this one? This is the order everyone said they left the mall, but something doesn't add up. What's the issue here? Yeah, Jude would have seen Sarah. Sarah's the missing one because she didn't give a time. It had to have been Jude though. Jude lying. Had to have been. But then again, Sarah would have seen Zara. Sarah did see Natara, but they didn't talk, so that one's okay. I'm gonna go with Jude. We've got phone logs proving that Sarah was on the phone to her boss for 15 minutes, and she was there at approximately 9:50 because she was just behind Natara. Okay, so I got that correct. If Jude had left at 10 on the dot, as he said he did, then he would have bumped into Sarah at the back door. But he said he didn't see anyone. Jude is clearly hiding something. I won't bring this up with him until my investigation is over, in case it gives him time to come up with an excuse. But this is definitely interesting. Got a feeling I know who's behind all of this now. Yeah, I've been pointing fingers at Jude for a while. Okay, so we got that correct. And I should probably write that down as well, because that took a lot to think about. Okay, so let's see. Zara, Natara, Sarah, Jude. Zara, Natara. Oh, pen doesn't work, really? Come on, it's a new pen. There we go. No? There we go. Okay. So Zara, Natara, Sarah, and Jude. And Jude was lying. Would have seen Sarah. Okay, so let's see what else. Go back. Already reviewed the alibis. Let's review the evidence. Where did the ripped fabric at Sarah's store come from? Natara's ripped shirt. Yes. Where did the green broken glass at the fruit fair come from? Display case at the Le Boutique. How did the broken glass get from Le Boutique to fruit fair? Silent alarm shows the shoplifter didn't visit fruit fair after raiding Le Boutique. Jude didn't visit Le Boutique this morning, but glass is somehow stuck to his shoes. Gee, I wonder how that got there. Gee, I think the game's giving me an awfully big hint there. Or maybe it's trying to throw me off. Let's review the motivations. Okay, Natara doesn't like police. Her store is the least damaged. Jude is a bit of a wanker. Argues with the other staff. Zara is potential insurance fraud. Sarah is short on cash, acting strangely, but she was turned into a guy. The insurance fraud, don't know how to explain that. Argues with the other staff, yes. Doesn't like the police. Store is the least damaged. Consult Brad. I'm stuck. Told you I should have been leading this. Well, I'm doing it and it's too late to swap. Do you need a hint? Do you remember the information I told you about the store break-in order? Yes. The thief hit up Fruit Fair first, then Zara's Games, then the lingerie store, and finally Le Boutique. There we go. I remembered the order, but I did not think about it at all. So, Le Boutique being last. Jude is the only one with green glass. Jude destroys the Le Boutique cabinet, green glass cabinet, whatever it was again. He leaves home. Comes back next morning with green glass in his shoe. That's definitely it. Oh, right. Do you need more hints? Maybe. Nah, I don't need any more hints. Or am I forced to take a hint? I think I'm forced to take a hint. I've already found out the alibis. I've already got evidence. I've already figured out motivations. What do I do about evidence? That one's easy. Check each of the crime scenes and be on the lookout for anything that looks out of place. There's bound to be something. People were moving about the mall this morning prior to calling the police, so some evidence may have been placed there accidentally by staff. Yeah, the yellow thread. That's the only one that was accidentally there. Ask everyone about what they did this morning, and remember the information we received from the security cameras about the order they were tripped. Got it. Thanks, Brad. Alright, I think we're ready to accuse. But before that, let me save. Or save over that one. I don't care about that one. Okay. Wait, do I not have enough? Or what are these green check marks, though? For? Or could these green check marks be who Max thinks could be possibly the suspect? So these green check marks, yeah, they all add up to him then. False alibi, he has it. Nobody else has a false alibi. Let's go with him. Jude. We've got a problem. We do. You're under arrest for robbery, breaking and entering, and for suspicion of profiting from the sale of illicit substances. What? What could possibly possess you to sling such outlandish accusations at me? I've done no such thing. Oh, haven't you now? Remember when you said you left work at 10 on the dot last night and didn't see any other staff? What about it? We spoke to a few other employees, and there was another staff member standing at the back door at the time, and she said she didn't see you at all. Well, she's clearly lying. We've got phone records placing her at the scene for a period of 15 minutes. If you left at 10 on the dot like you said you did, you would have seen her. Oh. I think you never left the mall at all last night, and chose to stay behind and rob the place from the inside after the doors were automatically locked. You're the shoplifter. You can't prove that. You don't have a single person to back up your alibi. We've got witnesses confirming you're lying about your alibi. Looks awfully suspicious to me. That's not the only thing that's bugging us, Jude. Remember how I searched your stall and found all those shards of broken glass? Yeah. You don't have any glass equipment at your smoothie stand, so it must have come from another store during the robbery, right? Right. The rogue head who vandalized the place must have carried it here on his shoes. There you go. Exactly. In fact, we found out that the shards came from a green display case at the clothing store at Le Boutique. It's a distinctive pattern, and we've confirmed they're a match. So, how does that incriminate me? The power to the mall went off last night, so there isn't any security footage. However, the silent alarms for each of the stalls run off a small generator, and they were still active. Thanks to those alarms, we're able to track the thief's movement through the mall, and we know for a fact that they visited the food court first, and they didn't come back to the food court either. Seriously? There was a silent alarm? Yep, that's it. That's the dead giveaway. Yep. So the glass came from Le Boutique, which the robber visited last. And yet, we found it here at your smoothie stand. Fuck. How'd the glass get here, Jude? Well, No one's been to your stand all morning except for you. The glass was stuck to your shoe because you're the shoplifter. That's how it got here. What color car do you drive, Jude? It's a there we go. A brown sedan? One that's been used in a series of drug deals across the town for the past month? How did you know about that? I bet if we searched your house, we'd find all sorts of stolen goods from the break-in last night. Wouldn't we? Something tells me we'll find quite a bit of drug paraphernalia, too. There's probably a few shards of broken glass in your car, too. We'll be searching that later, too. The gig's up, mate. Just admit to the crime now, and you'll save yourself a whole lot of trouble. These gurgling noises aren't helping your case. This wasn't a crime about money. You did it because you've had problems with the other employees here, and you decided to take revenge against them. That's why Zara's store is the most damaged, because you hate her so much. Rather than suck it up and mind your own business, you decided that you were special and it was perfectly within your rights to destroy another person's business. Admit it. We've got tons of evidence stacked up against you, and things are only going to get worse. It's over. Fine. Fucking admit it. I was the one who broke into the mall. Haha, I knew it. Who could blame me, though? This used to be a magnificent place of commerce. But then this harlot from the coast struts in and starts peddling tacky video games and wearing slutty outfits. First, there was that disgusting coffee store on the highway, and now this. Someone had to step in and do something before the whole town was brought down to their level. So what if I tried to scare her off? I'm trying to run a business with a bit of class, not pandering to perverts. She had to go. She's not going anywhere, mate. The only person that's going anywhere is you. My parents will hear about this. They're billionaires, you know. We'll see. I don't care. You're still coming to the station with us. Are you going to come with us peacefully? Or are you going to cause a scene? Because we can do this either way. I'm not going anywhere. Might have committed a small crime, but it was for the good of humanity. It's people like me who are stopping this city from devolving into a state of chaos. Are you sure about that? You can take your handcuffs and shove them up your arse. Because I don't care what you... Oh, here it comes. Should have come peacefully. Probably didn't have to use the gun there, Max. He had it coming. Oh. I was one hell of a detective. Jude got pretty surly in the car. But there wasn't a whole lot he could say at this point. Things were getting worse for him by the second, too. Holly and Amber were on patrol looking for a suspected drug dealer of their own, but it turned out they were already in the area of Jude's residence. It only took them a few minutes to locate his car and find stolen goods from the mall. It was a pretty clear-cut case. Captain Nekorai probably wasn't even going to need the disco ball. After Brad and I dropped Jude off at the police station for questioning, we returned to the mall in order to take down the police tape and reopen the area to the public. Nice work, Max. I knew you had it in you. I'm thinking now, where the hell am I going to split this episode? Because it's gone on for well over an hour. No, you didn't. Thanks for the help, Brad. You really helped me pin it on that guy with the security records he dug up. I was just doing my job. Don't worry about it. We make a good team. Damn right we do. Speaking of which, I think the two of us have earned a break. Want to grab some lunch together? Yay, I want a hot dog. I bet you do. Was that supposed to be dirty? A dirty joke? Num num. Wow, you're really going to town on that thing. Are you sure you should be eating that much? It's okay. I think I can eat as much as I want without ever getting fat. Lucky. What? I used to be like that too, but then everything changed when the what smoothies were they? Protein shakes. When the protein shakes arrived. So hard to maintain my weight. Anyways, think about it. Whoever placed that trap in the bus made it so that no matter what I did, I'd turn back into a sexy girl at the end of the day. That's why my hair keeps growing back. But if that's how my body works, then if I eat a bunch of food and get really fat, then I'll just pop back to normal at the end of the day when my hair grows back. Are you sure that's how it works? Sounds a little far-fetched. I mean, the hair is one thing, but weight? Where does it all go? Who cares? It's fine. Num num. If you say so, Max. These hot dogs were so good. Okay. I'm so full. Then stop eating. No!